This one time I met a girl. Became so drawn to her, like damn, she was a fine piece of art. I saw myself gazing endlessly, lasting over a face impression. She played hard to get, but you see I'm kind of a thug nigga, so I picked the lock. I deeply penetrated her walls and went all in. You could tell I was under some type of spell. Rom-com over popcorn, even took her to my prom. She had me dancing to her tune, and before I knew it, the lights went off and she was gone. What happened to my sunshine? Oh, I'm still around, baby. But there were no more sun kisses. I had been cast in the shade. With my rose glasses on, I could still see a bright future though. I drifted and drifted until I found myself in total darkness. Then in the midst of it, I saw a glimpse of light. I thought it was my angel approaching. Turns out it was another train loaded with baggage. It ran over me, but I still managed to dust myself and got up. And that was my moment of awakening. There she was, watching me die, she-devil. At least now I know she was selling me dreams. She told me, nigga, you still my ride or die. I told her, nah, take the road alone, the streets are calling you. I hope not giving a fuck makes me feel better. Such a nerve, I ain't triggered no more. The flame is gone, my heart is cold. There can never be real peace with no revenge. No white lilies, I'll put the flowers on your grave instead. I wrote you letters and you made paper planes, you thought you was fly, huh? You even looked down on me. But what you forget is you're flying on a kite and I let go of the string. So who's the puppet now? Who's the master now? Look at you, down on your knees. In every relationship, there exist factors that might destabilize the comfort of the engagement. And while some may be beyond the control of the individuals, there are some which are caused by lack of accountability from either or both parties. One in particular is cheating, which I will explore in detail over the course of this episode, as I express my utmost resentment against cheating and cheating partners in general. Cheating is the epitome of betrayal and self-centeredness. I wouldn't keep a cheating partner on whatever grounds, and I deeply sympathize with those who take the route of unconditional love and making it against all odds. Usually such statements are thrown around when logic is dismissed in order to actually feel good about a desired outcome. Kind of helps though, when the going gets tough, but it must not be used as an excuse to dismiss the sad reality. Never at any point should one define betrayal as a stepping stone in manifesting true love, because that which you claim to love should have the capacity to nurture and be very much accountable for without excuses. When cheating occurs, it's a symptom of boredom and lack of depth in a relationship, because what people usually look for in relationships is growth and being exposed to one another at a deep, intimate level. And when the interest cannot be sustained any longer, one might decide to seek it elsewhere. At that point, they don't have the guts to end a relationship that isn't fulfilling them, so they seek satisfaction while keeping up false pretense until they eventually caught and probably beg for forgiveness. This apology is offered so that the victim dismisses the situation. Then the perpetrator will be subconsciously reassured that their partner doesn't actually value themselves. It is therefore important that the apology is what's actually dismissed, and forgiveness is only for the victim to be at peace with the feeling of being undermined, a feeling that would otherwise cripple their mental well-being. Begging for forgiveness is merely an act of reassurance for cheating partners to feel accommodated once again before getting back at it. I've heard some claim that their partner made them cheat, and to some extent it does make practical sense, because one might be pushed to cheat when their partner starts sabotaging the relationship by adopting certain behavioral patterns that might make them not comfortable, hence them opting for cheating since they aren't the main cause of the discomfort. In this case, cheating is justifiable, but it goes on to show that two individuals are no longer in alignment with each other. to the point where they can't be honest about their feelings towards each other. Their relationship is officially nullified as the cheater volunteers themselves to greener pastures. Therefore, any attempt to resuscitate it is only denial of the inevitable. Others cheat as a coping mechanism against insecurity that's usually deeply rooted from fear of abandonment. Simply put, being in love is good enough for them to cheat. They never want to come to terms with the possibility of losing their loved one, but instead want to numb the feeling by being distracted from the person they should be building a relationship with. Because that other person might possibly leave me, so let me have heartbreak insurance. Such people can never have any relationship without thinking that their counterpart might abandon them. Something about their wounded inner child. Oh, shame. But honestly speaking, sometimes the inner child just needs a spank. And besides, why go about doing grown-up stuff if you have not dealt with your inner child? As the victim, don't ever feel obliged to actually act out the role of the missing parent, thinking you'll fix the person. You can never grow with someone who wants to replay their childhood. I know one might be tempted to view their damaged partner as a rough diamond. And cleaning a rough diamond kinda has a nice ring to it, except that diamonds aren't rare at all, and their scarcity is just a mindfuck to manipulate the market price. This is probably not the best relationship advice we've ever been given. Maybe I'm being ridiculous. Maybe it's possible to look beyond cheating and build something. And yes, it's possible, but in most cases unnecessary. Because cheating is never a mistake. The mistake is not being honest with one's partner about how they feel. After that, one consciously makes the decision to sneak around and avoid addressing their relationship issues. You have to come to terms with the fact that cheaters are like entitled little kids whose only allegiance is to themselves, but at the same time, assuming that the world revolves around them. They feel validated by patronizing others because they have no self-awareness. Their main victim is constantly reassured that they are the chosen one. You know, my boy and I always find our way back to each other. Bitch, please, don't be the understanding person. If you're that kind of person, at least be kind enough to give them what they need, which is their own space. And then they'll realize that it's not that much of a world that revolves around them. They are empty and lonely inside.